If you are waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., even when your bladder is not full, you need to hear this. Because one simple vegetable you eat at night, yes, a vegetable, could be silently forcing your kidneys to stay awake while the rest of your body is begging for rest. As a urologist working with seniors across India and abroad, I have seen this far too often. Elders trying to sleep peacefully, but unknowingly adding the wrong vegetables to their dinner and paying the price with broken sleep fatigue and sometimes even high blood pressure by morning. Today, I will show you the top 5 vegetables that help your bladder sleep through the night, and the 3 common ones you must avoid after 7 p.m. if you want to reduce nighttime urination. But before we begin, may I ask, where are you watching this from? And what time is it right now? Please do tell me in the comments below. Even one line helps me connect with you. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss simple science-backed tips made just for seniors like you. Namaste. Let's begin. After the age of 60, many seniors across India quietly begin to notice a strange pattern in their nights. You lie down peacefully after dinner thinking sleep will come easily. But just a few hours later, your eyes open again. Not because of sound, not because of pain, but because of that familiar urge to go to the bathroom. Sometimes once, sometimes twice, and on difficult nights, even 3 times. And the worst part, your bladder doesn't even feel full. So why is this happening? Let me explain in a simple way, without big medical words. Inside our body, there is a special hormone called vasopressin. Its job is to tell our kidneys, it's nighttime, slow down now. Let the body rest. In our younger years, this hormone works smoothly, reducing urine production at night. But after 60, the body slowly makes less vasopressin, and that changes everything. With less vasopressin, the kidneys don't get the signal to slow down. They continue filtering fluids just like they do during the day. So even while your mind wants sleep, your kidneys keep working. More urine is made, and soon your bladder feels the pressure. And that's when your body gently wakes you, even if it's 2 a.m. Now, there's another reason, one that few people talk about. As we grow older, our bladder becomes more sensitive. When you were younger, it could hold 400 to 500 milliliters of urine easily, about 2 full glasses. But after 60, your bladder may send an urgent signal with just 250 or 200 milliliters, half a glass. So even a little liquid inside can trigger a strong urge to get up. It's not that your bladder is damaged, it's just more alert than before. And that alertness can disturb your sleep even when the actual urine volume is small. This is why so many elders wake up not once, but again and again. And over time, broken sleep affects not just the body, but also the mind, causing fatigue, mood changes, and even memory issues. But wait, there's more. After sunset, your digestive system, liver, and kidneys begin to wind down. They prepare for rest just like you do. But if we eat the wrong things or at the wrong time, we can unknowingly force these organs to work harder. And that includes certain vegetables that seem harmless, but actually add pressure to the bladder at night. For example, vegetables with high water content like cucumber, tomato, or bottle gourd may be healthy, but when eaten late in the evening, they add silent volume to your bladder. Some others, like raw onion or spicy brinjal, can irritate the urinary tract, especially in older adults. The result is the same: a body that wants rest, but a bladder that keeps calling. So now the real question becomes clear. What kind of vegetables can actually help us reduce nighttime urination? Are there vegetables that cool the system, support the bladder, and let the kidneys rest after dark? Yes, dear friend, there are. In the next part, I will show you the top 5 vegetables that Indian elders can safely enjoy, ones that are gentle, comforting, and bladder friendly. Because even if the body changes with age, it still listens when we care gently. And sometimes a peaceful night begins not from the medicine shelf, but from the vegetable on your plate. Let's discover them together. Top 5 vegetables to calm the bladder and reduce nighttime urination for Indian seniors over 60. 1. Lauki, the gentle gourd that cools and supports. Let us begin with a humble vegetable found in almost every Indian kitchen, lauki or bottle gourd. At first glance, it may not look impressive. It is pale green, watery and soft. But inside this simple vegetable lies a deep cooling power, especially important for seniors struggling with disturbed sleep. Lauki is over 90% water, but it is easily digested even by those with slower metabolism after 60. Unlike other watery vegetables that bloat the stomach, lauki soothes the system and cools the liver gently. For elders, this is key, because when the liver and digestive tract are calm, the kidneys do not get overstimulated. And a calm liver leads to a calm bladder, which means fewer nighttime toilet trips. Ayurveda has long respected lauki for its pitta-reducing qualities. It removes excess heat, supports urine flow during the day, and gives the bladder time to rest at night. The best time to eat lauki is early evening between 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m., never too close to bedtime. It can be lightly boiled or prepared as sabzi with cumin and a pinch of turmeric. Avoid adding too much masala. Let me share a story from Mr. Ravi, 68 years old, from Lucknow. He spent years waking up twice every night thinking it was just his age. He tried sleeping pills, reduced water, even avoided fruits. Nothing worked. Until one day, his daughter-in-law suggested switching his late dinner to a simple lauki sabzi with soft roti at 6 p.m. Within 10 days, he was waking up only once. After a month, he slept 6 full hours. He smiled and said, "I never knew such a quiet vegetable could bring such peaceful nights." So, dear friend, don't ignore the power of simplicity. Sometimes one bowl of warm lauki may do more than any expensive tonic or pill. 2. Methi leaves, the warm green that balances within. Now, let's move to something green, fragrant and deeply rooted in Indian kitchens. Methi leaves or fenugreek greens. Unlike lauki, which cools, methi has a mild warming effect, but that's not a bad thing. For seniors with weak digestion, slow metabolism and swelling in the legs or belly, methi works like quiet support. Methi helps stimulate digestion and improves metabolic function, especially in older adults. Its compounds support liver function, reduce fluid retention, and aid in gentle urination, not too much, not too little. What makes it special is that unlike harsh diuretics or strong herbs, methi is stable. It does not shock the system. It teaches the body to balance fluids during the day so the bladder feels less pressure at night. Methi should always be eaten cooked, never raw in old age. The best time is lunch between 12 and 2 p.m. Prepare it simply as methi aloo methi dal or chopped into khichdi. Avoid combining with curd or sour items in the evening. Let me tell you about Mrs. Leela, a 70-year-old from Chennai. She suffered from swelling in her feet and also woke up 3 times a night to pass urine. Her doctor advised her to eat a warm methi sabzi every afternoon and reduce salt after 4 p.m. After 3 weeks, the swelling reduced, but more importantly, she started sleeping through the night. She said, "I used to think bitter leaves were only for diabetes, but now they have become my best friend." Mehta teaches us that balance is more important than extremes. A small bowl at the right time can bring big changes to your bladder rhythm. 3. Pumpkin. The golden comfort for a sensitive bladder. Next, let us talk about kadu, or pumpkin, soft, sweet and gentle on the stomach. Many elders think of pumpkin as a dull vegetable used only during fasting or puja. But hidden inside its orange color is a gift for seniors struggling with bladder sensitivity. Pumpkin is rich in beta-carotene, which supports the lining of the bladder and urinary tract. It helps reduce inflammation, soothes irritation, and calms sudden urges to urinate, especially at night. It is one of the rare vegetables that is both light and deeply nourishing. And because it's slightly sweet and soft, it's easy on older teeth and weak digestion. Now, here is the trick: never eat pumpkin as halwa or sweet if you want to sleep well. The best way is to boil or steam it and make a dry sabzi with jeera and a dash of ghee. Eat it during the early dinner, preferably before 7 p.m. Avoid combining it with other high sugar or fried foods. I remember the story of Mr. Mahesh, age 73, from Delhi. He often had burning sensations during urination and thought it was an infection. But all reports were normal. His doctor suggested kadu for 1 month, simply steamed with turmeric. Within 2 weeks, the burning reduced. More importantly, he said, "My bladder finally feels peaceful at night." He now calls kadu the vegetable that made my nights quiet again. So if your bladder feels raw, tight or irritated, try pumpkin. It may be the golden key your nights have been waiting for. 4. Carrot, the fiber-rich helper that eases pressure. Let's now look at a root vegetable that almost every Indian has grown up with: gajar or carrot. Bright orange, slightly sweet, and often found in winter plates, carrot is more than just tasty. For elders, it provides 2 crucial benefits: digestive support and reduced pressure on the bladder. Many seniors do not realize that constipation and gas can quietly press on the bladder. When the intestines are full or slow, they push on nearby organs, especially the bladder. This pressure triggers false urges, making you feel like you need to urinate even when the bladder is barely full. Carrots are high in soluble fiber, which gently supports bowel movement and clears excess load from the belly. For the best effect, carrots should be eaten lightly steamed or stir-fried. Avoid eating them raw at night or mixing them with milk. Ideal time before 6:30 p.m. as part of a light dinner, maybe in carrot peas, sabzi or grated in upma. Let me introduce you to Mrs. Fatima, a 69-year-old retired schoolteacher from Hyderabad. She often felt bloated at night, followed by constant trips to the bathroom. Her doctor told her to increase fiber and eat cooked carrots every evening before Maghrib prayer. After 1 week, she noticed her belly felt lighter. After 2 weeks, her bathroom visits dropped from 3 to 1. She laughed and said, "I wish someone had told me earlier. I was blaming my age, not my stomach." So if your nights are being disturbed, check your digestion too. Sometimes the pressure is not from the bladder, but from what's sitting quietly above it. 5. Ash gourd, the cooling white wonder for restful nights. Finally, let's discover a vegetable known in Ayurveda for its cooling, calming nature: pitha or ash gourd. This white waxy vegetable is often ignored, but for seniors with frequent urination, it may be a hidden gem. Ash gourd helps reduce internal heat, supports gentle diuresis, and balances the pH of urine naturally. Too much acidity in urine can irritate the bladder, making it send signals even when barely filled. Ash gourd helps alkalize the system, making the bladder environment more relaxed. It also supports kidney function without overstimulating the bladder at night. And because it's rich in water but light to digest, it helps flush the body during the day, allowing better sleep later. You can steam it, add it to light sabzi, or blend it into ashgourd soup before lunch. Avoid eating it raw or drinking cold petha juice in the evening. The best time is between 12 and 2 p.m. as part of a simple Sattvic lunch. Let me tell you about Mr. Dinesh, 75, from Ahmedabad. He always drank petha juice at 8 p.m. thinking it would clean his body. But instead, he was waking up 3 times every night. His nutritionist asked him to move the same vegetable to lunchtime in warm soup form. The result: within 1 week, he slept from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. without interruption. He smiled and said, "Turns out, it's not just what we eat, but when we eat it." So dear elder ashgourd is like a gentle river quiet, pure and best respected in the daytime. 5 vegetables to avoid after 7 p.m., even if they seem healthy. 1. Raw tomato, the acidic intruder in your evening salad. Tomatoes are colorful, full of flavor, and found in nearly every Indian kitchen. But when eaten raw after sunset, they may do more harm than good, especially to seniors above 60. Raw tomatoes are rich in natural acids, including citric and malic acid. These acids can irritate the lining of the bladder, especially when your system is slowing down at night. For elders with sensitive digestion or mild urinary problems, this irritation can lead to an increased urge to urinate even when the bladder is only half full. Many older adults like Uncle Prana from Pune used to enjoy tomato onion salad with every dinner. But he always found himself waking up by 2 a.m. restless and half asleep. His doctor simply advised him to shift the raw tomato to lunch, and within 1 week, the late-night trips stopped. So, dear friend, if you enjoy tomatoes, have them cooked in sabzi rasam or curry. Or eat raw slices before 1 p.m. when your digestion is stronger and your bladder more tolerant. 2. Brinjal, the heavy heat that lingers in the belly. Brinjal or bangan is loved across India from Barta in the north to Porial in the south. But elders must be careful about when they eat it and how it's prepared. Brinjal is known to produce internal heat and may cause bloating or gas, especially when eaten fried or heavily spiced. This trapped gas doesn't just disturb digestion, it can press on the bladder, creating false signals during the night. Brinjal also takes longer to digest, especially for those with slow metabolism or weak liver function. When eaten late, it keeps the body busy instead of allowing rest and repair. Take the example of Auntie Meenakshi from Jaipur. She used to have bangan sabzi with rotis around 8 p.m. and wondered why she felt heavy at night and woke up twice. Her daughter switched dinner to a light dal and gave her brinjal only during lunch. Soon, her belly felt lighter and her nights were calmer. So if you enjoy brinjal, eat it before 2 p.m. and preferably roasted or steamed, not fried. 3. Raw onion, the sharp slice that upsets the balance. Onions are often added raw to salads, chates or evening meals to bring flavor and crunch. But for seniors, raw onions at night can quietly trigger several problems. Firstly, raw onion is harder to digest than we realize. It can cause acid reflux, bloating, and even mild heartburn. And when your food is not digested properly, it sends confusing signals to your nervous system, including the bladder. Also, raw onions may irritate the urinary tract in sensitive individuals, especially if taken cold or with sour items. For older adults, these triggers can mean waking up 2 or 3 times even when the bladder is not full. I remember Mr. Iqbal, 72, from Lucknow, who loved raw onions with lemon on his dinner plate. But he never linked that small habit with his disturbed sleep. When his doctor advised switching to boiled onion in curry at lunch, things changed. Within 10 days, his stomach settled and his bladder stopped calling in the middle of the night. So, dear elder, save your onions for the day and enjoy them cooked, not raw after sunset. 4. Spinach, the green, that needs the right time. Spinach or palak is often called a superfood full of iron, fiber and strength. And yes, it is good for you, but only when timed correctly. Spinach is rich in oxalates, natural compounds that may form crystals in the kidneys if not flushed properly. While this is not a problem for everyone, seniors with mild kidney issues or low water intake can be affected. Eating spinach late in the evening can lead to acidic urine or urinary irritation, especially during sleep. Also, spinach is high in fiber but can be gassy if not cooked well. This adds to abdominal pressure, which can indirectly make the bladder feel fuller than it is. Mrs. Kumud from Nagpur, age 67, always ate palak paneer for dinner, thinking it was healthy. But her nights were restless, and she often had a burning sensation while passing urine. When her doctor advised her to shift spinach dishes to lunch and pair it with jeera rice, things improved. So enjoy spinach, but eat it before 3 p.m., always well cooked and never with curd or citrus. 5. Cucumber, the cool culprit that fills your bladder. Cucumber or kheera is one of the most cooling water-rich vegetables in India. And in the daytime, especially in summer, it is a gift. It hydrates, soothes and refreshes. But after sunset, this same cooling vegetable can quietly disturb your sleep. Cucumber is almost 96% water, and when eaten in the evening, especially with dinner, it increases fluid load on the bladder. For seniors whose kidneys already slow down at night, this added fluid may result in frequent urination, especially between 1 and 4 a.m. Also, cold cucumber can affect digestion in older adults with a weak stomach or vata imbalance. Mr. Harish from Ahmedabad used to snack on cucumber slices while watching TV after dinner. He thought it was better than sweets, and it is. But his bladder didn't agree. After shifting his kheera to lunch with curd rice, he started sleeping 6 to 7 hours without waking. So remember, cucumber is good, but not after 6 p.m. Eat it chilled and raw, but only before sunset. As we grow older, our body starts speaking in quieter ways. It becomes more sensitive to food timing and even small changes in daily habits. Especially after the age of 60, the way we eat vegetables. Yes, even simple sabzi can shape how well we sleep, digest and feel through the day. Not just what you eat, but when and how you eat, it becomes more important. Let us begin with timing. The best time to eat vegetables is during lunch between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. At this hour, your digestion is strongest, your body is warm, and your system is ready to absorb nutrients properly. Whether it's lauki, methi pumpkin or carrot lunch is when these vegetables give you the most benefit. And because your kidneys and bladder are still active during the day, any extra fluid or fiber gets processed in time, not while you are trying to sleep. But what many elders don't realize is that raw vegetables like cucumber, tomato or onion should be avoided after sunset. Raw foods are harder to digest, especially when your metabolism slows down. They create gas, bloating, and sometimes even pressure on the bladder, making you wake up unnecessarily at night. If you enjoy salads, take them before 3 p.m. and keep dinner warm, light, and softly cooked. Now, let's talk about cooking methods. After 60, the body prefers softness, warmth, and gentleness even in food. So skip the fried, spicy, or heavy gravies at night. Instead, try vegetables that are steamed, lightly sautéed, boiled, or simmered in light dal. These methods keep the nutrition intact while making digestion easy for your system. To increase the benefit, add a small spoon of ghee or a pinch of black pepper to your cooked vegetables. Ghee helps carry the nutrients deeper into the tissues, especially fat-soluble vitamins like A and K. And pepper gently boosts metabolism and prevents bloating, a small addition that makes a big difference. Another important tip: avoid mixing vegetables and fruits during dinner, even if both seem healthy. For example, don't have palak sabzi and papaya dessert in the same meal. Fruits digest faster than vegetables and can ferment in the stomach if eaten together, especially after dark. This can lead to gas-disturbed sleep and even increase trips to the toilet at night. Take the story of Auntie Rekha from Surat. She used to have cucumber salad and boiled apple at 8 p.m. thinking it was light. But she often felt bloated and woke up twice every night. Her nutritionist suggested warm pumpkin sabzi at 6:30 p.m. instead and no fruit at dinner. Within a week, her sleep improved and her stomach felt calm again. So, dear elder, please remember, your body is still your friend. It just needs a little more care, a little better timing, and a little softer food. With these small changes, even your everyday vegetables can become medicine, and your nights can once again become peaceful. So, dear friend, if you've stayed with me till now, I want to leave you with one gentle message. Waking up again and again at night, feeling tired, restless, and wondering if this is just part of aging is not your fault. It is not simply because of your age. It is often because no one ever told us how deeply our food timing affects our bladder and sleep. And once we begin to understand our body, we also begin to heal naturally without pressure. Each vegetable that you put on your plate is not just food, it is a quiet medicine. But only if eaten at the right hour, in the right form, and with a little bit of love. Lauki in the evening, spinach before noon, no cucumber after sunset. These are not rules, they are gifts for your body. You don't need to stop eating what you love. You only need to shift it gently, and your body will thank you with deeper, calmer nights. Here is a small suggestion. For the next 3 days, try changing just your dinner vegetables. Make it light cooked and served by 7 p.m. using the tips we just discussed. Watch what happens to your sleep. You might notice fewer trips to the toilet. You might feel fresher when you wake. Even 1 extra hour of uninterrupted sleep can feel like a blessing. And if you try this and something inside you feels better, I would truly love to hear from you. Please write the word hope in the comments below if you feel even a little shift, or if you believe peaceful nights are still possible. That one word may help another elder somewhere in India feel less alone in their journey. Because we are all walking together slowly, gently, and with care. And if this video helped you even in a small way, please consider sharing it with someone you care about. It may be your older sister, your neighbor, your life partner, someone who also wakes up quietly at 2 a.m. and doesn't know why. By sharing, you are giving them more than advice. You are giving them a chance to feel rested again. And that is a beautiful gift. So let us all eat with awareness, listen to our bodies with kindness, and sleep with peace in our hearts. Because healing does not need to be loud or fast. Sometimes it begins with just one soft meal served at the right time. Namaste. Wishing you quiet nights, healthy mornings, and a heart full of hope. We'll meet again in the next video.